So in this tutorial, we are going to see how to create this breathing light effect where it dims slowly and brights up slowly, as you can see. So in English, we call it breathing light effect. It's like breathing. So let's go ahead and get started. So to work with this, we need a LED light and a resistor. It could be 200 ohm. And then we need 2 jumper wires. Now, as usual, just like this, I'm going to put this LED like this, where the long leg is on the left side, right side, and the short leg is on the left side. Okay, and after that I have this 200 ohm resistors, so I'm going to go ahead and put it here and connect it with the long leg of this LED across this breadboard, actually not leather board. And then over here I'm going to have this one. So this one I'm going to connect with the short leg, and then over here I'm going to connect with this Arduino ground pin over here. And then of course we need to give it power, so we're gonna give it power from this resistors, this leg over here, to this pin 9, PWM, this pin 9. Okay, and after that I'm going to connect my Arduino over here with this power source. All right, now as I do that, we'll see that it starts up immediately as a breathing light, but of course I have already done the coding, so that's why it looks like this. So now we're gonna go back to our coding Arduino editor, and we'll see the code and how it works. So here is our code, and then we have over here LED pin 9, brightness 0, and fade amount 5. So over here we put this LED pin 9 as output, which means it will react to voltage output or power output, which means that it'll light up and shut down or dim or close. Okay, then we have this look. So over here we set this. Okay, so LED pin 9 over here, this one, it will have certain amount of power, but then we say it is equal to 0, which means that at the beginning it doesn't light up. Okay, then we slowly add amount. Okay, so at the beginning this brightness is 0, and then over here you see the fade amount is 5, so it's going to go through a loop, and each time it runs is going to add up to the earlier value. So the first time is 0, 5, so it becomes 10, and then this condition is not true because it's not less than 0 or more than 255. So then we fall back to this one and we delay for 30 milliseconds, then we go. Next time we come over here, so earlier value was 5, now another value 5, 10, so the brightness would increase until this amount. So once this amount is reached over here, you will see that we fall to this condition. So whatever the fade amount was, we do negative, and once we do negative, actually it's going to completely be off, which is less than 0. So at the very moment where you will see this light is off, actually then it becomes actually negative. Okay, so from that negative we'll see that slowly you go bright. Here it's going down, slowly you grow bright. Okay, so that it adds up slowly, so we become brighter, and in each loop actually we have a break between each cycle for 30 milliseconds. But of course if you do it more, for example, let's go ahead and compile the code. So we say here 3 seconds. So now here we'll say every 3 seconds later it changes the value. So first 3 seconds actually it doesn't do anything, then we have a little bit of brightness, as you can see, then it's increasing. So every 3 seconds later it increases. So what do you need to do if you want to understand how it works? So here play with this value, and then it will have much better understanding how this brightness or breathing light works.